Anschließend hören Sie nun den Wehrmachtsbericht. Das Oberkommando der Wehrmacht gibt bekannt. In den frühen Morgenstunden gelang es verstärkt.
Practically on time. You ready for your swim in the great blue Mediterranean?
Well, Hitchcock, Colonel wants us to get back to the unit, Sarge. Now? That's the impression I got, Sarge.
Pettigrew's somewhere in town. Bail him out of whatever jam he's in. I'll meet you back at the tanks.
He said you had 72 hours leave.
Yeah, well, we'll write my congressman.
Okay, thanks.
On the double!
What'd I drag you away from? Some dress-up affair?
It was kind of the opposite, sir.
Sorry to interrupt your paid vacation, but somehow the war doesn't wait for any of us. We've had a mission requested by the British Eighth Army. They sent a replacement for you.
An Englishman?
Anything wrong with that, Sergeant?
Yes, sir. I don't know him. Colonel, we've got to be sure of each other. How the other man's gonna react every minute.
The man you're getting was in this desert while you were still sweating out the draft. Meet Sergeant Moffat. Sergeant Sam Troy. Moffat's for the 2nd Division.
Scots Greys, actually, sir.
Any questions, Troy?
Yes, sir. Why?
That's all right, sir. I'm very familiar with the desert. My father teaches anthropology at Cambridge. His field is North Africa. As a matter of fact, I wrote my doctor's thesis on the ecological structure of the nomadic tribes. Before the war, I visited Africa with my father on many of his trips.
Doing what, Doctor?
Oh, meteorology, sand conditions, odds and ends.
Odds and ends. Smashing.
Knock it off, Sergeant. Now, this is what it's all about. Up to now, the fighting has washed back and forth across here many times, like naval warfare. Only we're on wheels, not in ships. So there's no real front, and always open flanks to the south. Now, this makes for bad supply problems, and the Germans have them worse than anybody. G2 says that Rommel's getting ready to make a major move. Now, more than anything else, he's going to need gasoline and ammunition. In the desert, the last guy to run out of gas is the guy who wins. Your mission is to stop him from getting any more.
Es ist, als suche man nach einer Nadel in einem Heuhaufen und man findet sie nur, indem man sie sticht.
Jawohl, Hauptmann.
I said when one looks for a needle in a haystack, one may get one's fingers stuck in them. Now, we know that the English bury large supplies of ammunition and gasoline in this area. We must find that place, do you understand? We must. Now, back here, behind Rommel's bunch, rather far back now, we left behind a buried dump. About 500 tons of petrol and ammunition. We planned to use it when we got up there again. But now Jerry knows about it, and he's been swanning around trying to find it. We're going to have a bit of a race to destroy it before he does.
You know where this dump has map coordinates?
Of course.
Then what do we need him for, sir? Navigation, demolition, that's our ball of wax.
Showing the pictures, Moffat.
Low-level aerial photograph. Dump area, when we left it. Main part buried in the angle of this wall here. Same angle, same area, 0800 yesterday. Not quite the same, is it? See, the desert is like a lady. Puts on a new face every day. With all due respect, Sergeant, you could dig in that sand for a week and never find the prize. But with a bit of luck and those odds and ends of mine, I can. All right? There will be many more of them when you find the supply. And above all, watch out for the English.
The English, Effendi, so deep in this part of the desert, which is yours.
Yes, my brother, there's a certain unit in this desert that I've met before. Wouldn't it be amusing if they led us to it themselves?
Who runs this caper, sir?
You, with advice from Moffat as to route.
Yes, sir.
Very well. Lieutenant Canole will give you the rendezvous point and the radio code. Carry on.
Draw what you need from supplies and load the jeeps.
Look here. I don't think I've actually met the rest of you chaps.
Private Pettigrew, very good wheelman. Ought to be. He was about the best kid moonshine runner in Kentucky.
Howdy.
The other's Mark Hitchcock. Hitch is a high-class boarding school type, Ivy Leaguer.
I say, it's what we call a public school. I'm a public school boy myself.
Well, don't let his innocent face fool you.
Try it. I seem to upset you.
I'm not upset, Doctor. Just careful. Knowing my guys keeps us alive. You, I don't know from a croquet ball.
Any, advice, Sergeant?
I suggest we start with a heading of 140. Make a long sweep to the south and come up on the other side. I admit it's longer, but that way we'll avoid Jerry traffic. We'll make up time by traveling at night.
At night. Cross open desert with no lights.
Time is of the essence, Troy. And we'll have the cover of darkness.
Yeah. At the bottom of a wadi with a busted axle.
Hey, Sarge! Look.
That's what. Don't give the word!
Cat's out of the bag now, I'm afraid. And hardly a coincidence.
Oh, they got us spotted, all right. Like possums in a gum tree. About that advice, Doctor. We're rolling straight through. Till we get there.
At night? Across the open desert without lights? Really, Troy?
After they changed direction, this is the last place you saw them, yeah?
Yes, it was there.
Sure. Connecting this point with where that idiot pilot shot at them. Extending the line. Here's where they must be going now. They must halt somewhere for the night. Here, I think. Via Dumagas. Now we must make sure that we do not disturb them yet. Do you understand that?
Evet efendi. Yalla yalla ne yapıyorsun burada? Gel derler. Nerede? Tabii teşekkür ederim.
Hey, Sarge! You gotta keep us out of the bad places. Tearing up the wheel.
I can't see a thing, so I just keep it moving.
That rear left feels like it's grinding rocks already.
Night driving. I shouldn't want anything to happen to her. Can we hold up till morning?
Seems to be the trouble.
Well, we might be needing wheels mighty sudden, and if they don't roll...
Sounds logical.
All right, you two. See what you can do. Bloody cold, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry about all this, Troy. I mean, obviously you were right about the night driving. I was wrong.
No, Doctor. I was wrong. What's worse, I knew it going in. It was a lousy gamble. How you doing, Tully?
I've seen worse, Sarge. I hope the thing will go.
They say so it will.
Permission to brew up?
Brew up.
Tea. One always asks permission of one's commanding officers.
Go ahead, use the TNT. Cut up small and makes a nice fire.
You seem rather good at all this, Troy. Surprised they haven't made you an officer.
Oh, they tried.
I know what you mean, rather. You see, I was in the OTC at Cambridge. My family have never quite recovered from the shock of my enlistment. They all seemed to feel I'd been too protected for the ranks. Shall I make you a cup?
Tea? No, thanks.
Great booster for the morale, tea. Even under the most difficult circumstances.
Thanks anyway.
That's our spot, all right. That wall was in the air photos.
Unload your gear. Grab the shovels and let's dig.
Not yet, old man. Be a waste of time. Notice the surface pattern? Runs against the prevailing camsheen. Sand must be about 15 feet deep here.
So what do we do now?
Relax. My wicket for the moment, you see? Have to find a spot where we can break through.
Let's get on the 50s.
Tully,
Up in the hill, watch out for Jerry.
Baby Smith, light go. engines? I do, rather. Created lime residue. There it is, old man. That's where I'd lay my bets. The whole packet. Here, it's too late. Wheel that junk over here.
They're getting mighty close.
Tully, Hitch, take your Jeep out on the flanks. Draw them off while I set a charge. Jeep and follow me. Take this. Forget the Jeep. That's it then. Got a spot of bad news for you, old man.
Yeah?
I've asked my people if I could stay. Hope you don't mind.
Not too much. Looks like you'll be with us a long time, Doctor. I've put in a request for you.
What? I say. Rule Britannia.
Why, that's what Sam always says, isn't it, Sam?
I've been known to say it when I'm drunk or sunstruck, ma'am.
I'm Sergeant Victoria Moore. It's...
Jack Moffat, Sergeant Moore.
how do you do, Sergeant Moffat?
You are very likely the nicest thing that's ever happened to this part of the world. And I should like to know you much, very much better. Might I take you to dinner?
I think after that you jolly well ought to.
Care to join us, Sam? You don't mind?
Mind? Not at all. Join the club, Sergeant Roy.